realize. But it's happening. When we were jamming a minute ago, Wes, are you in here, Wes?
Yeah, I'm back there.
Okay, remember when I came up and joined you, and we started talking about a couple of things,
Yeah.
and then we changed the groove a little bit, and we did something different, and all of a sudden, didn't it seem like people started flocking to the stage? Just like magic. They just came, right? That's, when you notice things like that, start asking yourself why. Learn from it. What made everyone all of a sudden want to come to the stage? Who was here at that? Was anybody here? Might have been was anybody here? I think it was a tracking weekend. Did Lee and Marcella ever take a tracking weekend? Were you here at that one, Darren?
Yeah.
Were you sitting on stage with us one day, and there was a few of us bass players, and those two girls were singing, and then somebody asked me, say it again?
Going to the fourth? Is that what it was?
I'm not sure if that's what, but there were a bunch of us, about 4 or 5 of us bass players sitting around talking, and we were playing music. And they were singing, the girls, Lee and myself were singing, and then somebody asked me a thumb question. So I said, sure, I'll explain it. I started explaining a thumb thing. The girls just left, right? And they were way over there talking somewhere outside. And I explained the thumb thing, and I said, well, we ran the girls off. I said, and I whispered, were you here for that? Okay. I said, let's see if we can bring them back. And I said, here's what we're going to do. This, that. And we played the thing, and man, you just saw them look up, and they just almost ran to the stage. It was a fast walk, but they came. We brought them back musically. When things like that happen, really start to pay attention. If you really want to get better, if you want to get inside music, not just play your instrument well. That's the small part of playing your instrument well. Anyone can do that. Give them a couple of minutes, a few years. Rod and I had a woman doing it in a matter of minutes. It takes a lifetime. And the reason it takes so long is no one ever talks about it or teaches it. Yes, sir.
So what was it that you said to get the girl?
See, if I just told you, it wouldn't make it. I have to tell this whole long setup.
I mean, pretty sure you were going to come around and say,
Yeah.
reel in the chick,
Right?
reel in the band.
No, I've done this a few times. No, I will get to that. In a nutshell, it's a groove. We need to play it at a jam. A lot of people play to show other people what they can do, rather than playing to make you able to do what you can do. In other words, just about everybody here, except, is it Ed, right, playing flute?
Yeah.
Right, horn players. Most of us are rhythm section instruments, right? We're called the rhythm section. We're not called the solo section. Right? We're called the rhythm section. Our whole job is to support Ed. And tell me,
Bill.
Bill, thank you, Bill. I'm about to call you by your sister's name.
I know.
I know his sister. It's the first time I've ever met him. But Ed and Bill and Kit, the vocalist, and Poivre, our whole job, whether you like it or not, is to support them and make people dance. We are the rhythm section. Right? A lot of us practice and play as if we're the note section, if we're the lick section or the scale section. They've always called us the rhythm section, they always will, because we provide that foundation that support these guys, right? We all want to try to play his game. We'll never be that good, right? But I can do something he can't do, right? It's built into this instrument. So why not do that? What we're designed to do. So I'm going to try not to take too much time, but feel free to ask questions and things like that. Okay, let's say I'm going to start a jam, right? We got a group of people on stage, we're about to jam, and I'm going to start it. And I go. It's a bad way to start it. Jack. Okay, I'm going to start a jam.
You lost the girl.
How come you guys aren't coming in? Okay, that was an exaggerated example. But why aren't they playing yet?
They have no space, is it?
Too busy? That's one. What else?
I mean, how can they join you? How can they join you? What is their?
But why can't they join you? The groove wasn't there, right?
When you're taking a lead like that and he can't play his part.
When I'm taking the lead, he can't do his part. What else? If there's anything else. Say it again?
You couldn't tell where it was going.
You can't tell where it's going. There's no progression. You're still waiting for it to come around so you know what it is. Right? So, Wes, I'm going to point this out to you. Because you have all this ability, you can play, you know, sometimes when you start a jam, make the progression simple. So that they can catch it right away. If there is a progression, if there is one, make it simple. Or else they're just going to sit there and wait around until they can figure it out. So make it simple. Right? So, check this out. Here's another way to start a jam. Now, did you hear him find my hole? It only took a second. Right? The way I started it was like asking a question. And I left space for them to answer it. Now, if I had done this, I filled all those holes. I've asked the question and answered it.
That's not a very good conversation.
It's not a conversation at all. It's them listening to me talk. So, don't people like to do fills at ends of phrases? Ends of 2 bars and 4 bar phrases? Leave the space for them to do it. Right? Right there. It's all there. That's the end of the 4 bar phrase. I may do that, but I leave that. And it takes them no time to figure out their parts because they can hear it right away. What's happening is they can stop listening to me and start hearing their own music as to what they're going to say with me. If I play too much, I'm forcing them just to listen to me. Does that make sense?